Today we're going to talk about common mistakes and what not to do when it comes to your fitness business. Let's go. Hey there, my name is Daniel and welcome to another video on Uscreen Health and Fitness, where we help you make money with your fitness content online. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to make more money doing what you love with health and fitness, go ahead and start right now by subscribing to this channel and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. As a part of a team that spends a lot of time working with people in the fitness industry, we're constantly seeing what works and what does not work when it comes to running an online fitness business. So let's dive into the most common issues we see. Hope is not a strategy. Without a vision, the people perish. When was the last time you saw someone shooting a basketball and not aiming for the hoop? If you don't have a clear goal for your fitness business and what you're aiming to achieve, you're dooming yourself from the get-go. Your vision should be compelling and specific. Is your goal to just build an audience so that you can sell merchandise or affiliate stuff? Or do you want to create a highly engaged community for a specific niche? You've got to have a goal that will serve as a guide for all other decisions that you're going to make. Your content will be very different based on your goal. Just think about it. Your business will look different if your goal is to create a course to sell as compared to aiming to attract as much attention and traffic as possible for affiliate and sponsorship deals, as compared to if you want to build a membership site for your videos. For one, you'll want to understand how to create and sell info products, and for another, you'll want to understand how to generate lots of traffic to your website, and for another, you're going to want to understand how to leverage YouTube to build an audience and generate leads. You've got to force yourself to pick a meaningful, specific, and manageable goal for your business to help you make relevant and impactful decisions that will carry you forward. One of the mistakes I see the most often throughout the entire fitness industry is this desire to cater your services and offerings to everyone. While I wish that were realistic, it's just not. Every person you meet is different and has different needs or goals than the next person. There isn't necessarily a one-size-fits-all approach for health and nutrition, but there are specific niches and general categories that people fall into. You need to figure out exactly who you're best equipped to serve. If you go out and try to target anyone and everyone with whatever it is you do, whether that be diet plans, workout plans, yoga, or anything else, you're just gonna miss the mark. Big time gyms like Planet Fitness or Anytime Fitness have the marketing budgets to try and appeal to as many people as possible, even if they suck at it. You don't have that kind of budget, so you have to figure out specifically who you're equipped to work with. Do you have a background in physical therapy? Then maybe you're best equipped to serve the rehab community. Do you love working with people who have Parkinson's disease? Then maybe you can dive really deep into that niche. Or maybe you're incredibly passionate about helping moms-to-be and existing moms take control of their bodies before, during, and after pregnancy. Then dig into that as well. Maybe you've been a competitive bodybuilder and now you want to help other people get into the bodybuilding world. There's a specific audience that you can target for your business. Whatever you do, just be specific. There are certain types of people looking for certain things, and you can be the one to deliver for those needs if you're hanging out wherever they are online, speaking their language, and providing results. And in case you haven't put this together yet, having a clear end goal, like I mentioned for number one, will help you begin to define your target audience. When your business starts to gain some traction, you're going to be stretched very thin. Usually when that happens, a few other things are set in motion, namely starting to drop the ball. The first thing to go out the window will be consistency, and that's not good. You'll be slower to respond to emails, texts, phone calls. You'll miss messages and opportunities from your own team or clients, and even worse, your customer service and your content will begin to suffer as well. As soon as you start to feel like you have no time is exactly when you most need to make time to solve this problem. Inconsistency is one of the main reasons that content creators fail. Your audience craves consistency and being able to count on you to show up time and time again. Here's an example. Courtney Saracino has what looks like a growing YouTube channel, and she's had some success with a few thousand subscribers and a few videos that are getting really great views. But we can see right off the bat that while she may have been consistent at one point with her channel, she isn't anymore, and that inconsistency has likely caused her channel growth to stall when it could otherwise still be growing. When things get tight is the exact moment for you to buckle down and really put an emphasis on being consistent and reliable for your audience. When things are hard, you shouldn't try to make them easier. You should seek to get through them with excellence. Football players in the Super Bowl aren't trying to come out of the game in the fourth quarter. They want to stay in, do their job, and make a difference. You need to do the same. This is one that has burned me in the past because I just insisted on doing everything myself and not future-proofing my business. Instead of documenting how certain systems and processes work within the business and getting them out of my head and onto paper or onto a computer, I kept them in my head so that when I hired help, it was impossible for them to get anything done the way it needed to be done. I was the only one with the knowledge and experience, but it was all locked up in my head. That immediately made me the bottleneck of the entire company and ultimately caused many projects to fail. It wasn't until I started documenting systems and processes that the wrinkles began to smooth themselves out. The faster that you can replicate yourself and your knowledge within your business, the better off you'll be in the long run. These videos are a great example. If we just had a run and gun setup for these, they wouldn't be nearly as helpful and they'd be a nightmare to produce because no one would really have any idea what's going on. Instead, we do research into possible topics that would be useful for our audience, including keywords. Once a topic is chosen, I create a video brief to help us really outline and flesh out the idea and do some research and really dig deeper into the topic. After we've revised that a bit and really honed in on the subject and done our research, then we draft a script. After that, I revise it and move it into production. There's even more to this process, but it's all documented and regulated because that helps make it efficient and it runs like a well-oiled machine. One of your top goals for your business should be to document and automate as many systems and processes as possible. Any good business leader will tell you that they're constantly trying to replace themselves by building up other employees because it frees you up to do what you're best at and removes bottlenecks so the company can continue to move forward. When you're first starting out, the number one temptation you face is to spend every waking minute on your business. You likely got into this because of your passion and excitement. Those are great things to have, but if you've left the constraints of a 9-to-5, then there are no longer any boundaries. You can work as much or as little as you want, and most people overdo it. That can cause the fun and excitement to wear off very quickly, especially if things don't take off like you'd hoped or dreamed. If it's just a side hustle on top of your 9-to-5, you might be in even more trouble because you'll want to spend all your time on this project, but after working 8+ hours a day at work, coming home to work for another large chunk of hours can be really depleting. I had a similar experience in a half marathon that I ran recently. I came out of the gate at a faster pace than anticipated, but I felt great, so I kept going, and I was fine until about mile 11 when I slowed down considerably and the fatigue just caught up with me. And those last 2 miles of the race were an absolute brutal grind. Everything cramped up and felt awful all the way to the finish line. The best thing you can do early on is to find a real, sustainable pace for yourself. If I'd done this during my race, I'd have ended stronger and probably faster than I actually did when I came out of the gates, faster than planned. Your entrepreneurial venture should be a challenge, but it shouldn't feel like it's going to kill you or suck all of the happiness out of your life. It should complement things, so find the balance that works best for you and be very intentional about sticking to it. Too many businesses fail every year because of burnout, and I don't want you to be one of them. Listen, I'm an introvert at heart. I love reading alone in a comfortable chair or sitting on my back porch as the sun sets and listening to the silence of the world around me. But starting and running a business alone is really hard. I'm not saying you need a partner or a co-founder, as that comes with its own challenges, but at some point, you're going to need some help. If you're a personal trainer or trying to start a business around training people, you're going to have to hire another trainer at some point if you want to grow. I mean, do you want to go on vacation? Having a trainer to help you grow your business can make a huge difference. If you only have 8 hours a day in which to train clients, adding another trainer to your company adds another 8 hours to your day in which to train other clients on top of the existing ones. It's new business and new revenue potential. Actually, if we go back and look at that YouTube channel I mentioned earlier of Courtney Saracino, she could benefit from this tip. With over 50 videos on her channel, there's not a single video where she collaborated with another creator. None. Imagine what that could do for her channel or any business she started if she were to reach out and collaborate with other fitness creators on her videos or even make guest appearances on theirs. Maybe you just hire a part-time photographer or videographer to help you produce content. It can cut down on feeling alone in all of this. Or maybe you need an assistant to help you with scheduling or posting on social media, or maybe it's someone to keep your books. You can still find common ground and work together with this person on and in your business. Having someone else to lean on as you work to build your business can be the difference between deciding to give up because you're tired of working in an empty apartment every day and pushing past those tough inflection points. Being bad with money is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. every year it affects all kinds of people, from professional athletes all the way down to the janitor working in your office. It's actually one of the biggest reasons that small businesses fail every year in the United States. Poor financial management can make or break a business. I feel like every year I see what looked like a successful gym go out of business because they weren't hitting the numbers necessary to stay alive and because the money was being poorly managed within the business. One excuse I've heard from people who run small businesses is that they don't have enough hours in the day to focus on managing their finances. They just hope it's all working out. But hope is not a strategy. If you think that you can focus all of your energy on making money and none of your energy on managing any money that comes in, then you're very mistaken. It's so easy to spend money these days with credit cards that we can all lose track of our spending at times, especially when we rationalize it because it's for the business. But you have to have a solid grasp on the cash flow of your business. How much went out yesterday? How much came in? You can only lose money for so long before it becomes a big problem. If you don't understand the numbers or even know where to start, then one of your first items of business should be to get with someone who does and either hire them to help you or get a crash course so that you can competently manage your finances on your own. This is an area where you can't afford to skimp, so please be smart and think beyond just right now. I know that right now it might be hard to spend that kind of money to get your financial house in order, but if you don't do it now, where might you be in 12 weeks? If you could be out of business that soon, then you can't afford to not pay for help right now. What other mistakes do you see people making as they start and grow their fitness businesses? Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about specific tactics to grow your business, click here to watch this video. And to learn more about making money with your fitness content online, make sure you subscribe to this channel and be sure to hit that like button as well. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.